Ultimate elevations, blessings be to you. Glory be to the Lord Jehovah Jireh for sure. I know you probably think this is a spiritual truth. It is, but it's not the one that you think. We're going to put a pause on juicing out of the scripture right now, and I'm just going to give you some lovely words of updates of what's going on and what's taking place. Okay? I've been holding on to this for a good 4 months. And there's been a lot of things God has been showing me through this whole process. My loved ones, I don't know what you've been through, but I can tell you if we take this seriously, whatever you're going through, you're going to come out. I know a lot of people talk about the word. I know a lot of people can make it sound so, oh, thank you, Father. But I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, God is trying to take us further away from this evil that dwells, from this wickedness that is in the process of withering. God is literally trying to take us into our promised land. And I feel honored that he has given me this full vision, this full breakdown. And that's why I'm so happy to partner with you guys. And I'm not talking past tense. I'm not talking like, oh, I've seen what has already been done. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my spirit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I know for sure, with absolute, that the abundance is in our hands already. Everybody's going to say, glory be to God, but I'm going to break it down to you. Okay. I told y'all before in the spiritual truths, life is nothing but letters and numbers. That's all it is. And everybody's always talking about cracking the code. And I sat back and I'm just watching people. And I see people cracking a code, but then along the way they crack because what they were trying to do was with a devious heart. See, I'm trying to explain to you guys, if you looked at the Matrix, Neo could do what everybody else did, but he also could do more than what they could do. Is you follow what I'm saying? And that's what made him the one. There's a lot of people that can talk about God. There's a lot of people that can make things sound so interesting. But can they bring you the interest that they spoke about? See, I'm not here just talking to you guys, oh, the abundance at hand. No, I told y'all. Since I met my loved ones, since I met the tribe and the nations, God is going to do a great thing with us. We're big blessed. And people loved it. Oh, I love that. You're big blessed. It's just how you say glory be to God, because I am the glory of God and you are the glory of God. Before I continue on giving you this juice, everybody says iron sharpens iron. Get around equally yoked people. I am you, you see me. Real see real. That's identical, right? So if we really believe in that, why is the pastor the only one getting the pleasures and the prosperities? Oh, because he speaks on the Lord's behalf. But God said you're the apple of his eye. And if they were really sent by God, why didn't God send them with the abundance to help you guys? Why are they taking more from you guys than adding on to you guys? It's always supposed to be a flip. And every time you flip it, if everybody know, I know the hood people do, you flip it, you get a bigger increase. So why is somebody leaving with less and somebody leaving with more, but you're supposed to be identical in the Lord? Does your reflection look different than you in person? No. So that's why when people were trying to say, oh, you're my pastor, I can't be your pastor unless you're a pastor. Are you understand what I'm saying? People try calling me a prophet. I can only be a prophet if you're a prophet. Are you understand what I'm saying? Because we're identical. If you go to school to be a plumber, why would you go and look at an accounting job? Oh, because I want to be in accounting. Okay, so you're an accountant. You're not a plumber. Are y'all following what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You have to slow down and you have to listen. And I thank God that he's allowing me to be this new type of connection and a tetherer and an identicality towards your light to help you see what man wanted you to be blind to. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to happen. And until it happens, I'm going to love you the way you're supposed to be loved. I'm going to do right by God and love you through the Spirit of Christ and teach you the truth. not of my liking, just truth. And you take whatever you want to take from me. And it may hurt your feelings. It may be something that you cannot accept, but at least your brother told you the truth, not hide it from you, not tell the truth and shame the devil, and then I tell you about Santa Claus. No, the truth. Are you understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm honored. That's why I've been crying for 4 months, because I felt the rebirth. I seen the push out of what God is doing. I seen the seals being unraveled and spoken on. And this is the thing that gets me. Everybody always talks about God. But when you get to that level of saying that you've seen God do a great thing, that's where people start showing how much they believe in the Lord. And I told God, give me the true believers, the spiritual and the strong, and those that are meant to understand. That's always been my motto to anybody that has followed me these last 4 years. And now we're here. We have overcame. We're able to live in the blood that we're covered in, to drink the living waters out the great God's well and never thirst again, to ascend in our abundance and our new levels of heaven. Salvation is not just at hand, people. It's here, waiting for our entrance. So that's what I'm trying to tell my loved ones. I've never talked like this throughout none of my years I talked to y'all. Those that's been around know I'm talking to y'all in a different level of confidence. Not to give you reassurance, but to give you the absolute promise is at hand. Now, like I said, people think that they know something and they don't know nothing. If you are of light, you can only see light. So just bear with me right now. If I'm of light, how can I only see evil? If I'm of righteousness, then how am I only able to see wickedness? God said your own wickedness would teach you how to be righteous. Are you understand what I'm saying? When I look at this world, all I see is the harvest, just like Christ. See, the disciples were not in the right mindset. That's why they didn't understand or interpret half the things that Christ was saying. Are you understand what I'm saying? They were gifted, but look what they did with their gifts. Look what people are doing with their gifts. I'm telling you guys, we are supposed to wait on the Lord. That is law. These people that you see have not waited on the Lord. They did a Saul. They seen an opportunity, but they didn't take that opportunity back onto the Lord and say, is this for me? Do you want me to take this? But if you're doing the works of the Lord, you're supposed to be for the Lord's people. You're supposed, when you do a business deal, you're supposed to make sure it benefits you and the sheep. Are you following what I'm saying? That's why I could take anybody out of the mighty congregation. God has given me the tribe that I love and the nation that is going to be exalted with me and say, speak for the Lord. But how many churches do that? How many of these synagogues and tabernacles do that? No. They don't believe in identicality. They look down at God's people. I'm building God's people up and saying, have no shame in your life. Hold it and yield it and let God do something great with you. And I will stand with you even when they throw stones at you. But you see what the world does. The minute somebody get into something, they go, no. There's so many loved ones that are in different areas of God's love that do different things that are opposite of me, but their heart is still the same for the Lord as I. And I tell them, I'm with you. Oh, that's going to affect your following. They're not my following. Mercy and grace is my following. The blessings are my following. The unconditional love that God has placed in my life is my following. His eyes are my following. Are y'all following? Okay. Pureness, compassion, truth, and spiritual understanding. That's what I want to give you guys as God gives you your blessings. Just follow me? Because every time I tell the truth, they restrict me, and that's okay. But now I'm talking to my loved ones. I'm talking to my loved ones. How can these people say they love the Lord, but allow the ones that the Lord loves to go and adore idols? Why are they leading them away from God and telling them to take loans from the government and taking loans from this person to give that thing interest? What did that king say when those people took their brother and sister's money and started charging them interest on it? That king said, don't do that to your people. Give them back more than what you took. Do right by them. As they were building for the Lord, they were taking from the people that were building. No, I'm adding on to you guys. Because you searched out the kingdom. The minute you search out the kingdom, all things are supposed to be added on to you. And they have people in the congregations of these people who are still waiting for things to be added on to them. They've been sitting in those pews for years on years and still waiting for God to provide when he's been wanting to provide. This vision that God has given me should have already been implemented into this earth. That's why Christ came. And that's why I keep trying to ask people, why did Christ come? To reestablish, to give a new path, to lead people off the crooked road and put them on a narrow one, because they're perfectly balanced to make it through. But those unbalanced measures, those people that are against the God that is for you, the opposing team, the adversaries, they will fall off this course. Are you following what I'm saying? I'm not here to hurt no heart. I'm here to heal them. And this world has not been honest with you at all. They've been robbing you, spiritually taking advantage of you, abusing you. And now I'm here and I'm telling y'all the full truth of what's at hand. Christ came back because they were not doing right, but they were sitting in Moses' seats. They were blocking the road to the kingdom. They were doing things that they were not supposed to do, becoming thieves in the dens. Are you understand what I'm saying? But this time we're not flipping the table. We're taking the tables. We're adding ourselves on the monopoly board. We're going to take care of each other. We're going to do what the word says. We're going to have our abundance and have everlasting life, eternal. They've been talking about it for years, but we are the generation. Are you understand what I'm saying? Let me slow down to you guys. Now, here comes the truth. Julian McMahon. I know everybody just thinks he's an actor. These are actors. And you guys don't have to believe me. But these movies are not just movies, they're teachings. And all they have been doing is teaching us subliminally, spiritually, the things that they cannot allow to depart from their mouth because the wicked are around. Are you understand what I'm saying? Julian McMahon, listen to this word. Julian McMahon, great actor, played in a lot of movies, did a lot of things. Why, when he passed away, they brought up Fantastic Four and Doomsday? His name is Julian McMahon. Jubilee. I know a lot of people going to think that I'm stretching. The beginning. The last person that passed away, if you're watching this video in time, was Hulk Hogan. McMahon, Hulk Hogan. The wrestle with the flesh is over. Now I'm about to get in between times. Listen, because I know a lot of people going to think that I'm crazy. Add up their ages. Add up their ages. Glory be unto the Lord. Now let's carry on. Trump exposed Martin Luther King's documentation. And those that are opposite of wisdom said, we don't want those documentations. We want Epstein's files. And I'm just looking. I said, why is he trying to get rid of Martin Luther King? Why is he doing all this? Because we're about to be freed. I know nobody's reading, but guess what happened right after he did that? And you tell me that if I'm lying. Malcolm, the Huxtable Malcolm, great actor, activist, black and proud. Malcolm drowns. But they used a boogie board to save his daughter from drowning. I know you guys will not believe me, and it's okay. But I'm here to prove that point that is about to happen. The wrestle between the flesh and the spirit is over with. The spirit has won. It is the acceptable year, not just for God, but his people too, to be released from that generational curse and brought back into their formative of the light. This is Jubilee. And that's what I'm trying to say. Kobe, Chadwick, Nipsey. I'm telling y'all, go listen to Victory Lap. Listen to Dedication. Listen to Loaded Bases. Why? Give me my time. Why were they so advocating on music? That's always been in Lil Davery's head. I said, why do they always call black people's music the devil? Why do they always try to break down black people's music to be Satanist, satanic? I'm just like, I don't get it. And then God brought me into it. What did black people have? They had music. They had frequency. They used that to speak amongst each other in parables and metaphors and similes, haikus. Because if the master found out they were communicating with each other, they would get beat, bruised, and slayed down. If the master found out they could read, they would get in trouble. Are you understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to act ignorant to hide your wisdom, to blend in. And that's what black people have been. Y'all do not have to believe me on Elohim. And that's why I'm just like, these people that sit here and say what they saying don't know what they saying, and they're actually messing up the message. But go listen to those songs. Listen to CeeLo's I Think I'm Crazy. Snoop Dogg. The video that he made, Canes, come on, y'all. He throws a piece of chicken out of the car that's levitating between heaven and earth. He's in all red. Look up the spiritual meaning of red. A Crip in all red. Why do y'all think I'm talking right here? Because they have wickedness out there, and I don't want them to think that I'm trying to belittle anybody's name or bring shame to their name in this time that we're in. They're a confusing spirit. I'm talking to my tribe. He's levitating between heaven and earth in all red in this big Cadillac, the ark I told y'all about. He throws a piece of chicken out, telling us, don't be afraid. Cast off the things into the fire that are down below. And listen to my album, Is It a Crime? The plan that I have for y'all, I promise you, people are going to think that we're committing a crime because how easy it is. How easy it is. And I always sat there and said, God, you say, ask and you shall receive. Why are we having to do it? He said, I never told y'all to do all of that. I literally told y'all, ask and receive. And when I told y'all that Christ said it's done, I said, if Christ said it's done, then why are we still working? God said, I'm trying to ask y'all the same thing. When I tell y'all this plan is done for y'all, it's done. But I am not going to let it depart from my mouth until the numbers that God say he wants are here. But I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, what I'm going to do for y'all, I'm going to continue to give you the spiritual truth. I'm going to drop other content and things that I have already worked on to keep you guys in your faith, to keep you guys tethered to me in this great unity of love, where we don't judge. We're good Samaritans to one another. And I'm telling y'all, y'all life is going to change for the better. Your blessings are coming without the sorrows. I guarantee it. I put my whole life on it. That's why I'm telling y'all, don't pay y'all bills. If we get these numbers up, when we get these numbers up, I'm telling y'all, y'all are not going to work for man no more. We are freed, isolated, separated. Ecclesiastics, there's a time for peace and there's a time for war. We're not on that time for war. They are. We're in our time of peace for eternity, everlasting. There's a time to come together and there's a time to separate. God allowed us to come together with them to learn the trade. And then learn how to trade. Are you understand what I'm saying? And then draft ourselves away and trade amongst each other. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Let me give you another one. What happened with Young Thug case and Diddy case? Two people, same lawyer. Two people. They wanted one freed and they want the other one stoned to death. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. I don't care how if you have a pure heart like me, just look at the spiritual story being told. Everything has to line up the righteous way. Go back to the interviews. Everybody at one point when Gunna got released from jail, everybody said, like, I don't think they're mad at each other. Young Thug says, whatever Wham says goes. I'm going to come back to that. Gutter saying free Jeffrey, he doing what he doing. He ain't, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. When Gutter gets released, everybody's happy. The white man frees them. Django. Go watch the movie Django. All y'all always say, you always got a movie to relate to something. But when have I lied to y'all? Because they're not movies. They're literally what's supposed to go down and what's to come. That's why the Simpsons are able to predict everything, because like Marty McFly, they already know, because everything is spiritual. I keep telling y'all that. Young Thug got freed, right? Right? Everybody's like, why are they putting that black stuff on their face? Because the black faces are going to be freed, y'all. Glory be unto the Lord. But those people that don't understand. He was sending out tarantulas for his album release. Look up the meaning for a tarantula. Glory be unto the Lord. He says, now listen, this is what Thug says. He said, if you a rat, you need to go gospel, twin. I'm putting it all together for y'all, and I have not stuttered yet. Twin. Twin towers. Identical. Right? Everybody thinks he's talking about Gunna. No. What happened with the Philistines? When they took the ark, we did spiritual studies on this with Eli. It all adds up. Glory be unto the Lord. When they had to get God's mighty hand off them, they had to make golden tumors and rats. Go read it. They put it on his own individual ark and sent it up the road. Go read it. Go read it. He's saying to the people, you need to do right by God. You need to go gospel if you're a rat. If you're dirty, you need to go get cleansed right now. And then Gunna says, turn them to a podcast. Welcome to the Spirit of Truth, where you're going to get the truth, nothing but the truth. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't believe me if you don't want to. Christ said, if you believe in the Lord, you have been baptized in your heart. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, it's going to happen. And I'm remembering everybody who came before everybody who's flooded in. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all are the pure-hearted. You're the ones without blemish. You're the ones that have been pleasing God because y'all overcame and seen it through. There's a lot of people that let go. There's a lot of people that signed a deal. There's a lot of people that washed away from God and backslid because they couldn't wait on God. Look at all these people trying to get free from their deals. Look at these CEOs that are stepping down, giving their businesses away. I can't make it up. I can't. Look at these people trying to sign these other people to their record labels. And then other people like, y'all, be careful. Please don't do it, y'all. They're not who they say they are. And nobody's listening to them. And I've been saying the same thing. I've been 10 steps ahead every time. And you could go fact check anything that I said. I made a video that said, you got to get out of that love triangle. And when you do, your blessings will start circling you. But in the beginning of that video, I said you need to get away from the ones that love Satan and keep getting on their sheets in satin or something like that. It'd be on the spiritual. So right when I said that, I didn't know why. I'm trying to tell y'all. Then what did South Park just drop? Go start fact checking my last few videos and add it to what's going on in the world. I said it before it happened. And I'm telling y'all right now, I said it before it happened. Glory be unto the Lord. Now the last final. Y'all be thinking that these challenges just be challenges, but it's their form of communication. You know that challenge where they be like looking backwards and then be talking and they be like, who said that? They're telling people to listen to the Spirit. Listen to the Spirit. Then they got the women, and I already said this in the video, but I'm saying it again, in high heels, on a pillar, unbalanced, unbothered. And what did God say in that time? That his people will be building their houses on high hills, looking over the city they create. If y'all not reading between the lines, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm telling you. And at the same time, they have Ace hoods. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Now listen, I know y'all seen that video before. That trend where they yank you out of the video. That was years ago, and they're bringing it back. God has been trying to reset this so on, so on, so on. And there's been people that has been coming eons, 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 and they have not been able to do what God is about to do with us. I guarantee it. And these great people have been sacrificing themselves for us. I'm trying to tell y'all, in Elohim's name, Jehovah Jireh, allow your people to heed me in this very moment. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. And these people are going to think that I'm trying to discredit somebody. Like, how can you use their name trying to benefit off you? That's the Gentiles. And God told us we have to separate from them. They do not know truth. They don't know good or evil. They're just existing for whatever purpose God has them for. But I'm telling y'all, when Chadwick started getting real skinny, I know God's been telling y'all to fast in this time. I know God's been telling y'all to break yourselves down. And he was a king. Black Panther. I can't make this up, bro. And I pray to God in this very moment, y'all are heeding everything that I say, because this is your opportunity to be the great light and reset your life to be the abundance that you have seen, vision on vision on vision on vision on vision, and have a brother that is going to protect you all your days of living. Nobody can make that promise to y'all because they're on papers. God has never allowed me to do a deal when it came to these brands and stuff. And they hit me up. Y'all done seen my video. Y'all done seen my last page, I Run to God. It was going strong. I think it got taken down at 137 followers, but I never cared about my following. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Came back and I'm going strong, harder than ever, better than the last time. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. You got to read between the lines right now. Glory be unto the Lord. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. It's all there. Little baby. If you go watch an interview that he made, he said, I don't do tattoos. They were like, you ain't got not one tattoo on your body. He was like, yeah, because, when I be going in these offices, I want to be professional. I just don't think, having all them tattoos is professional. I just like to take my business seriously. And now he has a tattoo on his legs and thigh. If we're in Revelations, what is supposed to be on somebody's leg and thigh? Kings of kings and Lord of lords, marked on his thigh. I can't make this up. All they're trying to do is help us, bro. Please take heed of what I'm saying and look past the appearance. That's what Christ said, and I just told y'all that. In a spiritual truth, look past the appearance and take the juice in the spirit and heart. More juice before I get back to Lil Baby. Stevie Wonder just gave a speech. He's blind. He's blind, and we know he's blind. We grew up with Stevie Wonder. Blind. Doesn't he have a song about a rainbow? All right, cool. And now God is using him to make a speech saying that he's really blind, and everybody's just laughing. And I'm sitting there like, why? And God said, just hold on, listen. He said, I know people are lying and joking and saying that I can see, excuse me. He said, but I'm really blind. But it's not really a curse, and I'm just summarizing. Go watch it for yourself. He says it's a blessing because you can really see people, and people are still laughing. And he's being so spiritually God prophetic right in that moment. And he says, you can really see people for the color of their spirit. You can see people for the color of their spirit. And everybody says, ooh, a blind man that can see past the veil. Come on, y'all. God has been preparing us for this moment in time. Back to Lil Baby. Everybody's been saying, oh, he sold his soul and all that. No, he's trying to save a soul, y'all. And y'all don't have to believe me. I'm the same person that tell y'all don't bash nobody. Look at what God's showing you. If you're a righteous heart, then you can look past the appearance and really read what's going on. I'm going to get to Lil Baby, but now I have to stop and go back to Neo. See how God just brings it all around? When Trinity died, yeah, please don't think that I'm trying to drag this. I'm really trying to talk to the ones that are trying to hear. You have the one who saved the Trinity. Went inside her, and when he goes inside her, it's all letters and numbers. And he starts pumping her heart and bringing her back to life. Go watch it. He's dodging the bullets. He got strapped by one, but he's the only one that can destroy Mr. Smith. Glory be unto the Lord. Neo could do things. Trinity could do things. The friends can do things. But Neo was the one that even when he was unplugged, he was still blessed. He went against AI. AI used him to create a greater world. He saved the Trinity. If y'all not reading between the lines, you guys are light bearers. I told y'all. I said we're going to leave Elohim Hidden Light Ministry. It was called Elohim's Hidden Lights. We're not hidden no more. So we had to die and rise again. I've been fasting since that last seminar that God told me nobody was going to show up to or take serious because, and I told this plan, and now everybody's heeding me. And I have been fasting since then. And I'm telling y'all, now we're the luminaries of the throne. Lot. See, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. The salt of the world, the light of the world, the inheritors of the world, the ones that are going to go forth and multiply and be fruitful. Thank God now. Y'all are dealing with somebody that is so passionate about looking out for his people. I never took my shirt off like that. And everybody thought, like, read my shirt, my chest. Life and death, Pisces, right down the middle, God body, C7, LP. I had these tattoos since I've been 17. I know y'all want to know how old I am now. Don't worry about that. Glory be unto the Lord. Do your calculations. But if you're going to do that research everything else I said. I'm telling y'all. And I always told y'all, if it ain't C7, it ain't G. And what did they be saying? What's C7 stand for? And I told y'all that day's going to come when I explain to everybody. But I'm not giving, and that's why people don't like me, because I'm loyal to the Lord. When the Spirit says stay silent, I stay silent. They don't like that. Oh, look at him beating around the bush. Look, he don't know what he's talking about. I could talk to y'all with the Bible open, with the Bible closed. And when you open the Bible, everything I said when the Bible was closed will still be something you read when you open it. On Elohim. I love y'all. I love the Lord. I love the Trinity. I love the spiritual. And that's why God had us in isolation. Everybody who was great and did great things started in isolation. Calculate it yourself. Abraham was isolated. Sarah was isolated. Isaac was isolated. He couldn't even leave the promised land. Somebody had to go get his wife. Rebecca was isolated. Jacob was isolated. Esau was isolated. Anybody that has been brought up, glory be unto the Lord. Joseph, come on, man. David, he was in the cave many times, isolated. Elijah. And that's what I'm asking everybody. Let me be the Elijah in this moment and put me against all these people that y'all say so good. If they're so good, why are they not able to give you the plentiful harvests? Why am I the only one that's able to see the plentiful harvest? I'm not shading nobody. I'm just saying. Everybody knows our God, and I've been saying that, and God said that. Even the Philistines knew that. That's why they terrorized themselves, because they know how terrible he would do them. Everybody knows God. But who's really for God? You guys got to understand, when Christ was born, the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the kings and the scribes and the prophets all turned against God. And they started using the scripture to try to slay down the one to come to save all those. trying to tell y'all the truth, bro. They got people out here working, going to sleep and not rising back up. They got people getting stabbed because they told somebody to drop fries. They got people yanking women. Look what's going on. I'm trying to tell y'all. And now the same person y'all been talking to all these years is saying, hey, I got the plan for us. I'm calm. I'm not worrying about what the world got going on. And I know I said I'm going to come back to Lil Baby. In the interview, he said what he said, the tattoo thing. Then the response to that, he says, save your money and take care of your family. Future, he cuts his locks off after all these years. I know y'all done heard when people keep your locks, they're strengthening them, right? And there's old pain in them, right? I'm trying to tell y'all, that pain, that sorrow, all that stuff, you're free from it. I'm trying to tell you, you have a whole different future. Go watch, go listen to Bugatti and listen to what Ace Hood is saying in that song. I'm telling y'all the truth and nothing but the truth. They've been trying to talk to us. And all these people that's being like, oh, they're demonic and they're Satanists and da-da-da-da. Why would you study it if you knew they were demonic? God says flee from it, but they're making content behind it. So are they really doing good for the Lord? Teaching somebody Satanism rather than the spirit of Christ? Excuse me. Are they? What have I been teaching you guys? Nothing but the Lord and the greatness that dwells within you. The impossibles that can be possible. Anytime that they try to talk about Satan, I defend his name. And people are like, oh, look at him trying to defend Satan. No, I'm trying to defend love. I'm trying to do right by the lover of our lives, who protects us from the death that we walk through in shadows. I teach you guys a pure heart. Everybody said they cracked the code, and I watched them, and I'm like, they haven't fully cracked the code. They got some type of the equation, but they don't really know how to open that portal like Rick Sanchez and walk through without getting hit by something that's ready to destroy them on the other side. When the dinosaurs came and they gave Rick that portal gun, they said, you can see what's on the other side. Rick got angry. And I said, why would Rick get angry if they gave him something better so he could see what's on the other side? You know why Rick got angry? I don't need to see what's on the other side because I have faith. I know how to find what's on the other side because I'm the one directing it. Are y'all following what I'm saying right now? See, man needs to see it before they can believe it. When you believe in God, you walking through that portal, knowing you're going to run into what you were looking for. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. That's why we are friends. That's why we are family. And that's why God is bringing us all together. Baal Parasium, the Lord of breakthroughs. Even that. Oh, I don't serve Baal. Y'all not even saying it right. It's Baal. And even though I said in 2 Samuel's 5:20, I believe, or 1 Samuel's 5:20, it's somewhere around there, when David himself made an altar and said Baal Parasium, that means the father of breakthroughs, the waterer. I'm trying to tell y'all. And that's why I don't argue with them. I just try to talk to y'all. And now God's bringing us together to do great things, the things they should have been doing, but man won't let them do because they're still enslaved to that contract. And y'all said, they're like, God, I see everybody else. And he told us, don't worry about what the wicked do in their increase. Your due time is coming. Our due season is in his acceptable year. Well, he reigns forever. He said, y'all already went through judgment. Y'all already been refined in the fire. I'm dipping you in silver and gold. You're coming out forth in spring and golden. You're getting your golden crowns. I'm telling y'all. That's why I'm like, congratulations in my own way to y'all. Because y'all overcame. We all overcame together. We seen it through. We stuck it through. And now we're getting stick to the success level that man is going to have their jaw dropped and say, damn, what? That's been in our face our whole time and we didn't even know it? Yes. Yes. And that's why I've been crying for 4 months, y'all. Back to back. Non-stop. Because I'm like, they've been doing this the whole time. And I know I probably left some parts out. Okay, the white man, Rico case, Young Thug and Diddy. He got Diddy charges dropped. Majority of them, whatever he has to do, right? right? They freed one, they want one to be castrated and cut off and whatever. The same people that think they righteous. In the scripture, God said, in your time, you're not gonna have to worry about the ones searching out inequity. All these people do is look out for inequity. They want you to hate what they hate. But God say love conquers overall. You can bring a change to protect that, and that will never happen to a woman again. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. But the Django, he got them off. But it's the same thing about those two people getting crucified with Christ. I'm trying to tell y'all. I am trying to tell y'all. And then all these other people are getting locked up, and all of them on sexual charges, sex trafficking charges, and all that stuff. I'm trying to tell y'all. Some are true, some are lies. Some are truths, some are lies. There's a lot of things going on spiritually that nobody wants to talk about, but I'll talk about it. They're afraid, or they can't talk about it because they're on a contract. I'm literally trying to tell y'all. And these people out here is like, oh, get on TikTok's programming and get a brand deal. They're trying to get y'all. I'm literally trying to tell y'all. The business that we gonna do, it's all up to you. Freedom. Abraham didn't do no paperwork. Joseph didn't do no paperwork. There were decrees made, but they didn't do no paperwork. They didn't sell themselves because they belonged to the Lord. I promise you. A brother added on to their brother. A sister added on to their sister. I promise you. And that's why a lot of people don't like me, because I always add on to people without nothing being having to give back to me. So people always be thinking like, oh, no, bro, that's law. And that's why I shake my head and I weep so much, because it's like this world has been traumatized. They've been hurt. Are you following what I'm saying? They've been hurt. And they need somebody that has my level of patience that can just build that trust again. And that's what I'm telling y'all. Trust the Lord. Take this serious and tell your loved ones to get over here. 17 and up. You can save them. This is a generational wealth. And if we are all one generation, mind, body, and soul, heart to heart, face to face, light to light, then we got to get it all at the same time. I can sit here and just rack my stuff up, talk to y'all, and get my own money. No, that's never been the type of person I am. I always want my people to be with me, because iron sharpens iron. If I'm sharp, I need you to be sharp. If God comes back and see y'all dull and I'm strong enough I'm getting in trouble. Are you following what I'm saying? But if God comes back and we all look the same and the house is cleaned up, we getting a pizza party with cupcakes. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And we're getting a pizza party with cupcakes and a surprise party from God. And I'm telling y'all, just like the big brother, hey, God's throwing you a surprise party. Dad got a surprise party for you. What presents he got me? Everything you asked for. And more. Don't say nothing, though. I'm going to get in trouble if I tell you. Just act surprised when you walk up in there. I'm telling y'all right now. God got everything you're asking for. We're going to be able to take care of the needy. We're going to be able to take care of the fatherless, the widows, the elders, land developing, deeds, galore, increase, freedom. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, they're not saying this. All they're saying is, I feel like something's about to happen. I'm telling y'all exactly what's about to happen. Exactly. And this is what saddens my heart about this world, is that they read about the prophets. They read about what Daniel did. And then when it happens in their time, they're unbelievers. We're going to be writing new Bibles. You remember when I told y'all that years ago and people laughed at me? I told y'all. You remember when I said we're going to be working together and we're going to be faithful friends? And people say, what's your job? And I told them, I'm a faithful servant of the Lord. I work at Bowers Inc. And everybody was like, and I let them laugh at me. All these years, people thought I was joking. And that's cool. You want people to think you're just a jokester, because when you're really doing whatever you're doing, they're not going to think that you're the mole. I'm the mole in the wicked plan. The wicked are trying to figure out, somebody over here, where's all the people at? I'm telling y'all, just like there's a mole in a righteous plan, there's a mole in a wicked plan. The same way the darkness be trying to get inside the light to run back to the darkness, there has to be a light person inside the darkness that's going to run back to the light. I'm trying to tell y'all, as above, it got to be below. And I've learned what God wants me to do for us. We are the church. We are the tabernacles. And that's why we are the luminaries of the throne. They're going to know God, and they're going to learn to fear him, and they're going to obey him, and they're going to heed him. And we're going to be the ones that make sure of that. Are you following what I'm saying? Y'all don't even understand how incredible this is about to be. Now, back to Julian McMahon. I told you I got things to talk about. And then after that, I need y'all to send this link out to your loved ones, 17 and up. I don't care if you like them or not. Love conquers overall. So help them succeed. And you can be the seed that saves many nations and rules over them righteously with compassion, empathy, and sympathy to guard them from the evil things that are going to get a javelin pierced in their heart till they become chaff in the wind. Julian McMahon played in Fantastic Four. The number 4, if you look it up, the spiritual meaning is a solid foundation. There's been 4 of us so far. Me, my friend Toya, my friend Marlisha, my friend Ja. 4 people laying a solid foundation, talking together on one accord, working with each other. Y'all can say that I'm stretching it all you want. They brought up Doomsday, Dr. Doomsday. Why would they pick all those out? Then Nip Tuck. Why would they pick those out of all the movies he did? Fantastic Four just dropping. Doomsday about to come back out. Let me bring you to this and then call me a liar if you want to. Who's playing the new Mr. Doomsday? Or Dr. Doom or whatever, right? Is it not Tony Stark? And everybody said, why would they do that? Because they're opposite of wisdom. But I'm going to tell you right now why they did that. When you go back and watch these movies of the Avengers, he's always trying to tell them about a vision that he had, and he needs to protect the world because something dangerous is coming to destroy them. And nobody wanted to listen to Tony Stark. Read between the lines. Then, after that darkness comes, and everybody started to die and get slayed down, turmoil started to happen. Now everybody come back to Tony Stark and say, we need you. And he says, no, because I tried helping you guys. And y'all didn't want to believe me. Read between the lines. And he had his happiness. He was good to go. But the compassion that he had for the world that did not want to accept him because they called him arrogant. They wanted to say he wanted to take over stuff. He wanted to be better. And he said, no, I'm just trying to help the world. Why can't I use my gifts to help the world? He talked to Pepper. He went in there, found the answer to fix everything. Kind of upset because he already knew what had to be done. Dr. Strange was the only one that knew there was 1% chance of fixing everything, but somebody had to lay down their life to do it. Glory be unto the Lord. So he said, okay. He said, I cannot tell you though, because if I tell you, it's going to mess it up. Okay. But when I tell you now, he flicks it. It resets everything Thanos did. But now he lost. He was lost, but Pepper, it's cool. It's cool. Then he was resurrected and came back as Mr. Doomsday or Dr. Doom. Right? Did not Christ say, I did not come to bring peace, but war, wrath, and vengeance? After I complete this and fulfill this law, I'm coming back a second time. But nobody caught that. Are you following what I'm saying? Are you following what I'm saying? Who did they make Captain America after Captain America stopped being Captain America? Glory be unto the Lord. Glory be unto the Lord. I'm trying to tell y'all the truth if you want to believe me or not. You don't have to believe me. You don't. He shows you Martin Luther King, then Malcolm X, a flood took him but saved his child. There was a lady, she was a singer. Look at the song that they picked as her main song as of her passing. I'm trying to tell you, little children, your harvest is at hand. Your plates are being delivered because your tables are prepared in front of your enemies. And y'all are going to be shocked to see who your enemies are. Glory be unto the Lord. Last but not least, you remember when little baby was getting wrapped up by that white man? I don't know his name. And everybody's like, oh, he had that all-white party. Oh, my God. He didn't say nothing about it. He was just trying to be like, bro, I'm not on that. But he was basically saying there's an evil trying to capture these black people. Now, mind y'all, I'm not on just the whole black thing, white thing. I'm not on that. I'm on truth, spirit, love, heart. You feel me? Glory be unto the Lord. He creator of all, and I love all. But I'm telling you who's getting freed and who's able to get their ear unhinged from that doorpost to do something. But there's other people that's going to get their ear resubmitted to that doorpost because they signed a new contract. And what happened with Daniel when they signed that contract against him? He had to see it through, right? And the king told him, you'll be all right. And within a day, which is 1,000 years, I'm telling y'all the truth, man. And that's what they were doing, and they were in all white. Read about in Revelations, the all white, and then he was dipped in blood and came back, and okay, that's why it's an all white party. And now look at everybody wearing red. Red is standing out everywhere. People that don't even really wear red don't even know why they put red on that day. And what did Christ say? Don't worry about what you're going to wear. Don't worry about what you're going to eat. Don't even worry about your tomorrow, for your tomorrow has its own thing to worry about. And look what's going on. People are putting on red as a confirmation, and they don't even know they're being a confirmation. They don't even know they're being a wonder and a sign and a miracle of reassurance of what's about to happen. Why would God take Snoop Dogg, who is a Crip, and everybody knows it since the day he came out, and put him in all red? Diddy had on all red, sexy red. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. But just take heed that I never lied to y'all, and I will never lie to y'all as a leader, as a lover of Christ, as your brother, as somebody that is a part of this congregation that is the mighty, that God stands in the middle of. They're always talking about the midst. And when you're in the midst of something, you're not a part of it. We are in it. Are you understand what I'm saying? And this is where I'm going to end it. Please heed me and help the Father that has sent me to help you guys be pushed into the great promise that he has promised us. 17 and up, just get them over here. I don't care if they believe in the Lord right now. When it's their time to be revealed to the Lord and God wants to see them face to face because their heart is pure enough to be seen by God, they will have the full truth given onto them with no blemishes. But they can still get blessings put into their lap, which is going to help them to know the God that we're talking about, moving with and working for. Are you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to let this plan spill out of my mouth until those numbers come. But I'm telling you this as well. There's an eclipse happening on August 2nd. For 6 minutes, the world will be in darkness. You know the word. When God in Genesis met the world, it was dark and void, right? He said, let there be light, right? And there was light, right? And here we are inside that darkness for 6 minutes. How many days did it take God to create the world and everything within it? 6 days. And the 7th was set apart. C7. If it ain't Christ, bro, what we talking about? If it ain't C7, it ain't G. I'm giving my brothers and sisters in Christ the strength to go forth and bring back, and everything is going to get taken care of. Everybody's going to be taken care of. Are you understand what I'm saying? Now is not the time to be ashamed. If you have access to put a link in your bio, I'm asking out of love to put my YouTube link in your bio, and only that in your bio, so nobody gets confused on where to go, and use your platform to promote this in a certain subliminal way, because they're not going to just let you promote it. Okay? So be creative. And that's all I'm asking. God's gonna do his thing, but we can start doing our thing together to show God we all on the same page and on the same accord. Glory be unto the Lord. If I missed anything that you think is more that can help bring the truth that I need to be believed right now, let me know in the comments, or if you have my DM or you have my email, let me know. But I'm telling you, I'm paying attention, and I've been paying attention. And I'm telling you right now, our God is at the door, and we shall receive him, and we will eat forever. Don't let this opportunity roll away. Don't. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is your opportunity right now to get good with God by just trusting him. And you will be forgiven, just like that person on the cross. And I always told y'all, the first person to go into paradise was that person that was getting crucified with Christ. It was not a disciple. It was somebody that the people wanted to see get crucified. And I told y'all, Christ did not have to die on Calvary. And they're sitting here and say, but he died for our sins. You are not a sinner. You're good. You're pure. You follow behind a righteous God. You just said iron sharpens iron. So how can you follow behind a righteous God and still fall short of the glory? How can Christ say it's finished and it's done, and you're still bringing up stuff that he said was already completed? If he died for your sins, why are you rising in your new life with a new mind, a new heart, and a new soul, still calling yourself a sinner? Then you're saying and decreeing that Christ has not completed what he told God was done. Are you seeing what I'm saying? And if your father was a believer and your mother was a believer, how can you come in a world full of sin if everybody in your tribe and nation is a believer in the Lord? Okay. Now your big brother's coming to you, or little brother, but a lover of the same Lord that you bow to, is telling you the devil is a liar. And that's why we're seeing eye to eye. I don't see blemishes in God's people. I see why he created them to be the greatness that they are. And anytime my brother or sister sways away from that, goes too far away, I'm going to reel them back into that righteous truth. You are what you are, and you are the apple of the great God that made you the tree of life that you shall be from this day forward, to feed those that need the juices. Glory beyond. Man, I love y'all to death, bro, and I'll rise in my new life and still brag about you. Elohim is over everything. If it ain't C7, it ain't G. Let's get to work. Glory.